Hi, I'm Joe Wesley, and our mission is to strengthen your bottom line through creative tour events. Hi, I'm Joe Wesley, J&L Creative Tours, and our topic today is hot buttons in terms of pursuit of your prospects, your clients even. Do you know how to find them? Do you know how to push them? And by the way, my hot button happens to be fudge brownies, and I'll show you the relevance of that later on in this presentation. And it's not very long. What I want to do is to compare the example of shopping for prospects or prospecting for clients, you might say, and shopping for food. I think with one key exception, they're very similar, and I'll point that out to you a little bit later. And I say similar because, for example, when I go out shopping for food, I have a sense of what I want to accomplish for that particular shopping amount. How much produce, how much bread, how much meat. And I'm fairly structured, as I would be, say, in prospecting for a client, that I will have my material together, I'll have my business cards, I'll have my website, I have a presentation in mind, I will have practice, my elevator pitch. But when I go shopping for food, I have the same type of concept, that I know what I need to get to bring in the house to have good food, good eating. Compulsive reader. I will read the labels, I will read the instructions, because I'm going to track the carbs, I'm going to track the calories, I'm going to track the polysaturated this and that, is it gluten-free? All of those catchphrases out there as a part of my working my world. And when I'm approaching prospects, I have a similar type of diligent, methodical approach to people, because I want them to feel that I'm the person they want to do business with, representing my company. Well, having said that, and by the way, I'm counting calories, I'm looking for sodium content, are there vitamins included? Whatever you might imagine, I'm focused on doing it correctly. And when I am about to go out, I always save getting the sweet stuff for last. And on my way over, I see this big sign placed at the bakery section that says, freshly baked brownies. Well, that's my hot button. I absolutely love brownies. And I made a beeline to the package. I eyeballed it. It looked exactly what it ought to look like for me to justify buying it. And without thought, I picked up the box, put it in the cart, and I'm going out the line. Checking out, feeling good about my excursion into the shopping world, either for food or for business. Similar, we're shopping for product, we think of our ingredients that's going to make a healthy meal for home, and we want it to be attractive, we want it to be sustaining, we want it to be healthy also. When I get home, I start looking at the receipt, because I always do that as I'm putting the food up, because I want to make sure I haven't missed anything. And am I getting the proper discounts that I had applied for? And when I ran across the shopping item for the brownies, I began laughing at myself. Why? Because all of a sudden, first of all, I looked at the price, $6.99. Well, I don't spend that for any one item unless, in today's world, unless it's fish perhaps. That's a lot of money. So then I immediately began looking at the ingredients on the box, and it had saturated that. It had high caloric content that had good sodium content. I don't think there was any vitamins included, a lot of sugar. It didn't even have fiber content, so I could eat the whole pound of it and not even know I'm still not hungry. And I began laughing again, because it occurred to me what happened here. Despite all of my best effort, despite all of my planning, somebody in that store knew my hot button. Not directly, but there are people like me who absolutely fudge brownies. And it was the home-baked version of it, specially prepared, all for Joe Wesley. And I had to buy it. And I says, geez, in shopping for prospects, that wouldn't it be nice if I take the time to learn that person's hot button? Because once I've discovered it, then it's a matter simply of how do I fine-tune it perhaps, ultimately to push it. So despite all the competition, despite all the paraphernalia that I bring with me, the published pamphlets, the business cards, the nice website, these are things you would expect to see in almost anybody providing similar type service. So how do I stand out? How do I get noticed? How do they notice me? And find their hot button and push it. And if you discover their fudge brownie, you're much more likely to get their attention, hopefully also their business. And before I forget, at the bottom of this in the YouTube version, because it doesn't show up everywhere, there'll be a link to an article that nicely describes the hot button concept and a very two-step procedure how to go about it. I hope you agree with me. If you do, please sign up and subscribe. If you don't agree with what I have to say, please give your opinion, because I want to also still learn and I want to share with other people your thoughts. This is Joe Wesley, J&L Creative Tours. Effective networking is much more than simply passing out business cards. It's about creating relationships with people who believe in the value you represent to your company's branding. J&L Creative Tours provides an environment where you can optimize the quality of yourself and your business.